Thank you to Wayne Malia for suggesting we go through VET today for a price prediction for this cycle. If you've got coins that you want me to take a look at, please put them in the comments below. I'm rattling them off. There's going to be so many coming out on this channel. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to see all of those. There's also a price prediction playlist in the description. See if your coins are there and watch all those videos. So here we are, face to face with the VeChain chart. And it hasn't been around very long. I actually honestly thought VeChain had been around a lot longer than this, but we're looking at that first wick being printed on the 3rd of August 2018. So it did miss out on the 2017 bull market, which is usually very helpful for predicting the price moving forward. But we do have some solid numbers here that we can strive for, and numbers that actually you might be quite surprised about, whether you think they're quite high or actually quite low compared to what you're thinking. I hope to share those with you in this video. So I'm going to drop the Fibonacci extension on to this chart. I use the Fibonacci extension for all of my charting, and the typical way to use a Fibonacci extension is, I'll zoom in here so you can see it. The typical way to use it is to place the top, like the first peak that you have on the market, or in the last peak in the market, drag it all the way down so that the bottom line is at the bottom of the market, and that should give you a good projection based on, how we use it for Bitcoin, for example. We can use this for Bitcoin. It works in the past, it's worked in history, it's worked to predict super cycles and everything. We can see that Bitcoin is at the upper end of this Fibonacci extension. That does mean that at the upper ends of these, if it does reach this kind of area, we're in that zone for the price to, be done there. That might just be the top of the market. And it is my opinion that the top of the market has been seen for Bitcoin. I believe we're going to see lower price action on this, and in that retracement on the way up, the coins like, not even Ethereum, coins like XRP, Neo, Dash, Zcash, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Sia Coin, even Capacity, which is, I really want to talk about that coin at some point. These are all coins that are ready to go. As you can see though, the Fibonacci extension on this prediction shows that we've actually overextended the bullish target. So first of all, we have to actually see how much has the price gone up since the bottom of the market for VeChain. All we do with that is we click the bottom with our percentage tool, and we can see how much VeChain has actually pumped in this cycle. So we're looking at a 14,000% pump already from the bottom to the top. From the bottom to where we are currently, that's a 4,500% pump. If we're looking at this, do we think VeChain has already done? If it has, then we'll be looking at coming back down to these price points around here. We can see in the previous history from the top of the market to the bottom of the market, that was a 90% correction. If we were to put a 90% correction from the top, interestingly enough, we would be bouncing on these areas. I always say this, these areas where there's spikes and everything, they always come back. Oh, would you look at that actually? It's very close to the original price. They always come, these wicks always come back and they're revisited. And this is exactly what a dump from the top, let's say VeChain is done for now, and it drops 91%. It does end up at the 2 cent level, actually. But let's assume, because that's maybe not what you want to hear, let's assume that we do a super cycle Fibonacci. Let's say there is a super cycle and Bitcoin is done and the retracement for Bitcoin lasts a long time. That means we're in a super cycle. Even with the super cycle Fibonacci, where we drag the 0.236 line to the top of the previous all-time high, even when we do that, we see that VeChain has reached the top of the Fibonacci extensions at some point. Does that mean it's done? Not really, doesn't have to. We could even play around with the Fibonacci 0.236 and lift it up a little bit so it's at this high. Then yeah, maybe we've got some room to go. So let's have a look at some numbers just to kind of predict the price at these upper ends of an ultra bullish Fibonacci extension. So there's one line, I would say, well, the other Fibonacci line here, which would just beat out the all-time high. And then we can take the Fibonacci extension away and we can see these price points and get some good percentage gains from this point. So if you were to buy VeChain today, I think you'd probably be looking at a 200% increase from here to the lower end of the of bullishness, I guess. And on the upper end of bullishness, just 267%. It is my belief, based on this, that VeChain has already had its run. I don't think you'll be surprised to hear that, considering it's already gone up 14,000% since the bottom. So if you wanted to get into it just for that 200% pump, I would say there's probably other coins that you might get more use out of being in, like Zcash, who has got nowhere near the upper end of the Fibonacci extension, or Bitcoin Cash, for example, that to the upper end of not even the ultra bullish target, still has 3,700% left. At the ultra bullish target for Bitcoin Cash, we could be looking at somewhere in the region of another 16,000%. There's plenty coins to be in. I just don't believe VeChain is the one for the most gains. Are we at a point where we can make some money from VeChain in the long term? Of course. I think it's got great use case and it's a great community behind VeChain. So let's say we do make our way up to this 23 cent level or 32 cent level as our ultra bullish target. We will be coming down from there, 90, 94, 95%, which brings us into the area of, I would say, we'd probably be looking at touching these levels again. And if you had kind of buy orders in at these levels, I think you wouldn't be in a bad position. So around the 2 cent mark, the 0.018 cent mark and the 0.015 cent mark would be your purchases back into the market. And if we have a little fun here, using the top of the market, let's say the ultra bullish gets met and we bring that down to the bottom, where would we be looking at? We would be looking at a $1.33 VeChain in 2025, and in terms of ultra bullishness for 2025, we'll be looking at a $5.62 VeChain. If you enjoyed this video, I would urge you to come over to subscribe to the channel. I've got loads of price predictions here, running them in, kind of grinding them out for the rest of 2021, just to make the predictions of what I see the market doing. I think we're not over yet. I do think Bitcoin and Ethereum are over, but that might be controversial, and I'm sorry if you're holding those two coins, but the altcoins are about to rip. That has historically happened all the time. And I think people are resonating with my message because, you know, I was 28 subscribers a matter of days ago, like 4 days ago, and I'm on 144 subscribers now based on the last few videos. Let's just see if it goes up as I refresh. Yay, 146, it's amazing. So if you want to join and become even maybe 150 by the time you subscribe, please do. I do all those predictions. I do market updates. I explain things in crypto in a simple way, and I do personal finance for beginners and even motivational videos for when you're feeling down in the market. And also, if you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell, you get a 10x pump on any coin you want. Anyway, I'm going to stop making false claims, and I'll see you in the next one.